Namaste, everyone. This is Pranahita, and Divine Feminine Sangha welcomes you to day 7 of Reinventing Relationships workshop. We are learning different areas of relationship every day from last 6 days from different speakers across the world. And today we have Madhu Gajjala from Germany, Europe. Madhu is a great artist and she enables people to find their creative center and helps them heal with art therapy. Her turning point in life was in the year 2008 after her marriage with Pyramid Master Ram. She has been associated with Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement since 2009, and there has been no looking back for her. The couple has been conducting regular meditation sessions for almost a decade now. So they conducted a lot of sessions in Egypt and also in Germany and across the world. Even I know that Madhu, wherever she travels, even when she goes on a holiday, even she takes meditation sessions there. So, and finding her strength and inspiration in Brahmarshi Patriji, her life purpose is to bring joy through teaching meditation in the lives of all those she meets. Also, she is a TEDx speaker and she is so loving and so compassionate. So, whenever we go to her place, even if there are 100 people, she happily cooks for everyone. So, when we went to Egypt or Bosnia, wherever she is there, she's so compassionate, so loving, and she happily feeds everyone by cooking her delicious meals to hundreds of people. I don't know how Madhu manages everything. And she's a beautiful speaker. She's so compassionate, loving. And today we have her. So let us take wisdom from her. And today it's a beautiful topic on self love. So over to you, Madhu. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prana. Thank you for inviting me here. And namaste, friends. And it gives me great joy in coming here and sharing these topics, which is very close to my heart because this is the topic where I had a lot of experience. And so before we get into this topic, I would request you all to just close your eyes for 5 minutes so that we can calm our minds and then we can take this information in. So wherever you are sitting, friends, be comfortable by crossing your hands, fingers into fingers, by crossing your legs, and by gently closing your eyes and becoming one with your breath, your natural, normal, soft, tender, tranquil breath, friends. Just for 5 minutes. Whatever the questions, whatever the thoughts that are coming to our head, just let go of them. Let us relax completely. Just a normal breath. Breath has a magic, friends. Breath has all the answers in it. Just feel the breath. Each time when you breathe, it is reminding you. When you consciously breathe, it is reminding you that you are alive and you can create whatever you wish to. Just be with that breath. Just be in that silence for 2 more minutes, friends. Whatever is happening inside you, just be a witness to it. The more you react to your thoughts, the more they multiply. This time, let us give some rest to our mind. Let us calm our minds. Last 1 minute, friends. Feel the beauty of the breath, how gently it is going through your nose, how it is coming out. It's an effortless process. Last 10 seconds, friends. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now slowly place your both hands over your eyes. And whenever you're ready, you may remove your hands and open your eyes. So, welcome back, friends. So, coming back to the topic, relationship with the self. And this whole idea of organizing these sessions, reinventing relationships. What is that? What does that mean? Reinventing the relationships. That means it's already in here. We already have all these, we all already are invented these relationships. We are reinventing it, remembering it. So these are very important concepts that have all these days masters have been sharing, friends. And today, the topic which I'm going to share with you all is relationship with the self. I see that it is very, very much important um, to be connected with ourselves or to be in a good relationship with ourselves. Why, I'll tell you. Let me get back to my story. So I was brought up by my wonderful parents, my mom and dad, and then later all my schoolings. I was not very good at school, and I was thinking that school is not meant for me, and then after my schooling is done, I got into my inter studies. I failed in my inter examinations, and I started, like cursing myself. I started feeling bad for myself that I'm not worthy enough, and all these things I started telling to myself, because from my school times I'm not good at studies. I know how I was, and I'm good at other things, but that at that time it was not. There was no much opportunity to pursue all those things, for example, art, or for example, dance or music. So then what happened in inter, I failed, and I sat 1 year at home, and we'll understand that everything in our life, whatever is happening, it is happening for a reason, because I failed in my physics examination, and I had to sit at home. And that 1 year was an introspection for me. And then after 1 year, I passed that exam. And later, what happened is like I told to my parents that studies are not meant for me. I'm not able to concentrate on these things. I wanted to do something else. That's when my aunt who knows what my interests are, she said that there is this college in Hyderabad, so you have to go there and you have to write an entrance exam to get into that college. It's Bachelor of Fine Arts. So I said, with hard convincing my father, like initially he was not agreeing, but he said, okay, you go to the college and you write your exam. If you pass, then we will see. I went to the college and I wrote the exam and I got selected, and I was the last person and I got selected. I felt, oh, thank God, like at least I got into this. But once I got into the college, thanks to my dad that he agreed that I can stay in Hyderabad and I can finish my 4 years degree. So when I went to the college, friends, I have seen many of my friends, they are great in the artworks, and then again, I started feeling bad at myself. Oh, they are doing amazing work, and I'm not doing anything. Like all my artworks are, like baby works kind of a thing. Like it's so childish. They are very good at sketching, and they are very good at colors and everything. I started again cursing myself, feeling bad about myself because I was not seeing where I'm good at. I started feeling bad where I'm not good at, like that was, I was highlighting that thing. And instead of learning from it, I started keep closing all the doors. So then what happened? After this 4 years degree, I got married to Ram in the year of 2008. And his family is into a meditation family. They said, at that time my age was 22 and a half, and when I got married to him, my family, my father-in-law and mother-in-law were insisting me to meditate. I was very, like I was not very ready for the meditation. I was thinking it's not for the young people, like I'm just 22 and a half years old. Why they are forcing me, or why they are telling me with that pressure that I have to meditate? I was like escaping to my mother's place. I was always neglecting meditation. And then in the year of 2009, 2008 December, we had moved to Egypt. And when we moved to Egypt, I was all alone. Ram was going to work, and I was all alone at home. There was no family there and no friends there, so I wanted something to be busy. See, friends, why I'm saying this all story is because I'm not complete with myself. I'm not really liking myself. I'm not enjoying myself. So I need to depend on something else to make me complete. So that was the time, like in 2009, I asked the universe, or God. I always like Shirdi Sai Baba, and at that time I asked Baba, please, I have to get pregnant, and like I asked that. After asking a month or a two, I became pregnant. I said, if I have my own baby, then I'll be busy with my baby and I'll be occupied. There will be no thoughts running, because idle's mind is like a devil's workshop, like when you're idle, when you're doing nothing, and you remember all these past, you remember your childhood, and how you were not good at school and everything, all these things comes, and like you start to blame yourself, you start to feel guilty, and you start to so just to avoid these things, I asked universe that I want to become a mother, I want to become pregnant. And then I became pregnant. It did not stay long. It was like 2.5 months. After 2.5 months, I had a miscarriage. And when I had a miscarriage, again, I started cursing myself. I started feeling very bad, like, oh, this thing, why this thing had happened to me, like, again, these questions came like, I did not do anything bad to others. All my years. Okay, I'm not good at studies. I'm not, but I never felt jealous of anybody. I never felt bad of anybody. I never thought of anybody hurting somebody or thinking bad about somebody. Then why this thing had to happen to me? So I could not get any answers from anywhere. Like I was having these all questions were harboring inside me. They were just like boiling inside me. I started hating myself. I started being rude with myself, and I started gaining weight. Like when you don't take care of yourself, when you really don't have a good relationship with yourself, you start to do all kinds of things that are not good to you. That means I started overeating, I started sleeping too much, and I was not caring for myself. And at that time I gained weight, and I had a very severe knee problems and everything. All my physical pain started coming, emotional pain started coming, all these things started coming. And thanks to my in-laws, at that time they came to Egypt, and they said, Amma, if you want to come out of all these things, nobody in this world could come and help you. I cannot help you. Your husband will not help you. Nobody in this, no doctors can help you. Only you can help yourself. And they said something like this. I mean, like I've never heard such kind of, answer. They were just telling me that nobody in the world can help you. What does that mean? Only I can help myself. How can I help myself if I'm in such a situation? Like all these they were telling that you just close your eyes, and all the answers, you will get all the answers. I said, how is that possible? Just by closing our eyes? I've heard many people sharing their experiences previously, because I'm married to this meditation family, and many people used to come to home every evening, and they tell their experiences, how they got rid of their emotional pains, and they how they got rid of their physical pains. And I said, okay, if they are saying that much, then why not giving it a try? Because friends, until and unless you don't experience it, you think that it's just maybe they are faking, or maybe it's just they are just telling just like that. I said, okay, if they're telling me if I can find my own answers, then why not giving it a try? So I sat with myself for 7 days. I said I put a target of 7 days. In these 7 days, if I find any difference, I will continue for the rest of my life, whatever I'm doing, the meditation. If it doesn't bring any good, if it is not, I did not experience anything. It's just an experience. I will leave it. I said to myself. So my mother-in-law, thanks to my mother-in-law, at that time she said that, Amma, you be in your room, you meditate. I'll take care of the home, she said. So I was all alone in the room, and I said every day I will sit for 6 hours. 6 hours, come what may, I will not get up, because if I need to come out of what I'm going through, if they are saying that I can only help myself, then why not putting a little effort initially to come out of these situations? Just giving it a try. There is nothing wrong in trying, right? If the trying is, if it is for our own good, then we must do it, come what may. If there are so many disturbances from outside, but still we have to do it for ourselves. Then I said, okay, I'll meditate for a week. So every day I used to sit for 6 hours. Like when I closed my eyes, friends, I'm telling you, there were like millions and millions of thoughts. There were so many thoughts. My body was not supporting, and initial day, initial 1 2 days, because you put a target. When you have a target, you have to stick to it. You cannot break it. So I said, okay, I'll meditate for 7 days, and I did meditated. And then after 7 days, friends, I'm telling you, all the fears that I have in myself, all the doubts that I have in myself, the fear, because I'm never exposed to the outside world. That means my world is only college, home, school, home, and my mom, my dad, my sister, and my brother. That's only our world, my world. And we don't know anything. We are not that much interactive with our relatives also. We kept ourselves very closed, never participated in any school functions or any college functions. So I have a very bad stage fear. And when this 1 week of practice made me realize that why I have to have a fear. I started really loving myself. I started feeling happy for no reason. All these while I was happy. If there is something, I'm happy. If I have a baby, I'll be happy. If my husband is there, I'm happy. If he's going to office, I feel very sad that I don't know when he will come home. So my happiness was temporary happiness because all these things were not permanent. The 1 week of practice of meditation helped me to be in that permanent joy, to experience that permanence in joy. Like what is that happiness, the real happiness that all the great masters have been sharing. So that I've experienced. And once you experience that, then there is no fear. You drop all the doubts about yourself. You drop the fears. And that day I've decided, friends, that I'm going to share my story to everybody, whoever I meet. Then, as Prana was telling, there was no looking back, because what I have experienced, there are so many people out there who don't know how to care about themselves, who don't know how to love themselves. Because, friends, the main thing is we always seek people's attention, we always want appreciations from others, we always have expectations from others. So, after practicing meditation, like it's not just happen only in that 1 week. Afterwards, also practicing it every day helped me to understand each and every layer of myself, where I have to drop, where I have to keep it. So there are so much of baggage. As I'm telling you, the what you are today is not you cannot name yourself as, like as I was naming myself as I'm a unworthy person. Before practicing meditation, I said to myself, I am unworthy. I cannot do anything. I cannot take care of myself. I cannot take care of the home. I cannot take care of my husband. So I was telling this to myself. But when, after practicing meditation, then I started really taking care of myself. And then I realized, if I can take care of myself, then I can take care of the rest of the world. First of all, first comes from us. If you can take care of yourself, you can take care of your family. This concept I have realized well. If I am hungry, I eat it. I don't wait for others that they come and, like after I feed them, then I will fulfill myself. No, it is not like that. So what happened? This is also one important incident that happened, friends, because we always think that if I care for myself, then I'm selfish. Many people have these kind of doubts. How can I care of myself? Like how is that possible? Like if I do some things for myself, they think that I'm selfish. Who are telling you that? We are telling to our own selves. It's not somebody else who is telling. We have these belief patterns that, like if you dress well, people will think that, oh, we think like that people will think like that, but actually we are in that belief pattern that people will think like that. So all these things we have to drop it. We have to really take care of ourselves. I'll tell you one story. It happened in Egypt, and as Prana was telling, I started liking myself, and I started cooking, learning from Patriji, because the way he cooks, the awareness he puts when he's cooking, like how much awareness, how much attention he puts when he's cooking, how the vegetable has to be, everything is, it has to be in that manner. So when I've seen Patriji, initially I had, as I told you, I was very fearful, like even if one or two people come to home, I get really scared. I get panic, like what I'll do. I don't know anything. I don't know cooking, and all these things I start to put on myself. But after practicing meditation, after meeting Patriji, I have known how to really cook and how to enjoy cooking. It's not just like you put everything together and that's it. No, it's an art, like I started really enjoying it. And one time it was in Egypt, Patriji came and we were all, I was cooking, and everybody, there were around 20, 25 people and at home, because there are so many masters from India who came to Egypt for the pyramid visit. And when they came, we all cooked, me and Patriji, we cooked, and everybody ate. And lastly, Patriji came to me and asked, did you eat? I said, no, Patriji, I did not eat. like by the time the food was finished, there was no food. Then he came to me and he said, "You think that you're a great person? You think that you're giving a great sacrifice? You're sacrificing something." Then that shook me, exactly. I was hungry. I was really hungry, but I want to feed everybody. They're overeating. I can see that. They're really enjoying the food. They're so happy that they're taking the food. But where am I? Like, then who will feed me if I don't take care of myself? Being the woman of the home, so I'm cooking, and my family ate. Everybody ate in the home, and I don't have any food. How are you taking care of yourself? Then when I had this, lesson from Patricia, from that day onwards till this day, if I'm hungry, I eat a little. It's not just that I take a full plate and I eat. No, to just satisfy that hunger at that moment, I eat. And afterwards, I'll eat with them again. So never stop yourself. First, you have to take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, nobody is going to come and ask you, like Patrici came and asked me. He's a he's a master, so he knew it. That was a time for me to learn. So he came and he asked me. Otherwise nobody will come and ask you, did you eat? Because they are busy in their worlds. They're enjoying the food. So like you have to really, that was a lesson for me, that I have to take care of myself. And yes, and I started, as I told you, I started working on myself. Every time there is an opportunity to learn, I really learn, because I never say no to anything. If there is something that is any master or any person, any child who is telling something, if I see a little baby, little right, I have a very good friend here, and she has a newborn, like she's seven months old, and looking at her, it reminds me how to be in playfulness, how to be in the moment, how to enjoy every moment, how to smile. These are the reminders, friends, because all these times we have had a belief patterns we have kept for our own selves, that if you laugh too much, that something is bad is going to happen. All these things we suppress ourselves. We don't really express. We don't really say that this is what I'm feeling. But when you look at these style, when you look at a plant at home, when you see a tree, when you see a flower, they're all working as a reminders for all of us to how to be content with ourselves. Everything is teaching. Everybody is teaching us. So instead of hating yourself, instead of working on yourself, why we always run away from the self? Why we always want others to tell about ourselves that we are good enough? I should tell to myself that I'm good. Hey, I'm good. I don't wait for others. Then I don't wait for others to tell that I'm good. Again, coming back to my story, when I was like started painting again. Like as I was telling initially, that I was not good at what I was doing. But when I started practicing meditation, this new dimension had opened up in me. I started seeing visions. I started seeing colors. I started seeing geometrical patterns, the sacred geometry I started seeing, and I started putting it out. When I'm putting it out, friends, like every dot, every line, whatever I'm doing, it is bringing me so much joy. It is with so much of awareness I'm doing. It's not just like that I'm just finishing it off. I'm just taking so much time, so much patience. Each and every dot I'm working on it. So in that way, I started appreciating what I'm doing. I did not wait for my husband, or I did not wait for others to appreciate it. Before anybody appreciates it, I will appreciate myself, because I'm really enjoying it. Anything in life, be aware how your thoughts are. Like when you're doing something, how your thoughts are. There is an inner chatter that is going in your head. You're starting to say to yourself before you start to cook, oh, I think that the food won't turn good. Or maybe there might be something wrong. we always have this inner chatter, or we always think that I will not, I will, maybe I will not go to that expectations of my family. They have some expectations on me. So always we think about others. We have to work on ourselves. We have to think about ourselves. Whenever we are doing something, be aware and do. When you are in awareness, you really be with yourself. You are really connecting with yourself, because you're not occupied with your mind, because the mind is absent, or the mind is occupied with only one thing. Your mind and yourself becomes one at that moment when you are in awareness. So always be aware in whatever you're doing. That is one of the keys. And as meditation will help you in every way. In Because if meditation wouldn't have come into my life, I would have been doing something else. I would have been busy with my own baby, or I would have been doing something else. But everything happens for a reason. You coming today and listening to all these masters' experiences is for a reason. We have heard enough. Now is the time for us to implement, to change how we think about ourselves. All this while we have thought that you are not worthy enough, I cannot do this, or why put a blame on yourself? It's not you. It's about the belief systems, the belief patterns that you have been carrying right from your childhood. Suppose your neighbors will say something, your parents will say something, your relatives will say something, your teachers will say something. All these things you have accumulated, you kept in yourself, and you are thinking that it is you. It is, you have tagged yourself that you are that. But drop all these things. Like we have this um, every time you see the snake sheds the old skin, then the new skin will appear. So whatever is not useful for us, whatever is not bringing any good to us, we have to just drop it like that. We should not carry it. The more you carry, the more you get burdened. You feel so much heavy. Nobody will carry it for you. Only you have to carry for yourself. So if you are carrying something, carry good things, carry the light things, carry how good you are. Carry, say to yourself, I am great at these things. It's not like again an ego. We are not speaking about ego here. So we are speaking where we are good at. We are just appreciating ourselves. We are not, ego comes where there is a comparison. You are not comparing to anybody else. You are just with yourself. You are good at it. And you just speak to yourself that, yes, I'm good at it. And that things you keep it in your baggage. And the rest of the heavy things, that if somebody said something to you, if you said something to yourself, drop all these things. It's not useful. The more you have all these things, the more it becomes heavy. And it because you are making a long journey. Life is a long journey. So like in this journey, the less luggage you have, the more comfortable it is. So the less luggage is only having good things. Like carry all the good things and remove all the things which are heavy. So then you will become free, because you can go around, you can just explore things, explore yourself. The more lighter you are, because there are many dimensions to yourself. There is so much that you are yourself a big library, you know like there is so much, so many dimensions to yourself. We have to go to that dimensions. Why wasting our time to all these things which we are thinking that we are that? So drop all these things. And I'm telling you, friends, it is not difficult at all. Initially, it might take little effort, because that is where meditations comes from. That is where the this beautiful lady, Louise L. Hay, like she wrote this book, You Can Heal Yourself. In that book, she says about affirmations. We have to affirm ourselves that I'm good enough, I'm beautiful. Why we have to wait for others to approve that we are good or something like that? We approve of ourselves that we are good enough. We can do anything we wish to. Make affirmations. Go and stay in front of the mirror and look into your eyes and talk to yourself. Don't wait for others to come and talk to you. Don't wait for your friends that, like if you cannot become friends with your own self, how can you become friends with others? It is not possible. It is not at all possible. If I don't have love for myself, and how can I expect that I give love to my family or my friends? It is not possible because first of all, you have to be full. You have your cup should be full. Then only you can give to others. If your cup is empty and you think that you can give to others, it is not like that. We have to always fill yourself with so much love, fill yourself with so much care, fill yourself with so much of good talk, conversate with yourself, communicate with yourself. That's the only thing. The more we sit with ourselves, the more we meditate, the more we go in silence, then we will understand the beauty which is inside us. If at all we don't do all these things, nobody will understand us. If we are not understanding ourselves, how can we expect our husband or our family or friends to understand us? Isn't it so? So we have to have a, like these kind of thoughts. Where is that I have to work on myself? What is that root cause of me that is really bothering me? That is not making me love myself. Where is the root cause? Is it my parents, or is it that society, or is it me that I have had an image of myself? Go to that root cause and just take it out from the roots and just throw it away, because that is not like bringing any good to you. Instead, and the most important thing is, friends, always be truthful to yourself. Come what may, be truthful to yourself. There are many situations that we suppress ourselves. When there are situations to say no, we will never say no. We will stay calm and accept everything. No, you should speak to yourself. Again, I'm coming back to the same point. If you don't speak to yourself, speak for your own self, nobody will come and speak for you. Speak for yourself. Say no. Again, when you're saying no, it should not come from this authoritative, or your no should be coming from an understanding point of view, so that the other person can understand what you're going through, rather than a reactive. In the morning, I was sharing the same concept to a friend, because when you are saying no to somebody else, say it, say it, say only no for that topic that you don't agree with that person. That no, I'm sorry. What you're saying, I don't agree about this, only this. But I accept you as a person. But this topic, I don't agree. We have to communicate. We have to speak up. All these while we were silent, we're taking all the load. Now is the time when the load is not required, we have to just drop it. And it is very important to work on ourselves, friends, and work on the belief patterns, like where it is coming from, all these things, the blocks that you have created for yourself. If you know the blocks, if you know this is what is blocking you, it is very easy. If you know the root cause, because we don't know the root cause, is because there is so much of things running in our mind. There's so much of inner chatter is going on in our mind. So if there is so much of traffic that is there here, how can we know where is it, where is the root cause? So first of all, we have to silence our minds. When we silence our minds, then something will click inside us. Oh, this is the root cause. Oh, I'm just behaving like this because in my childhood my mom said don't eat too many chocolates. I fell into the guilt. I fell into the guilt consciousness. Till this date, I'm carrying that guilt. I don't ask, because if I ask, then they will say something, and again I go back to that guilt. Oh, this is where the root cause is coming from. So take it out, because it is not bringing any good to you. So all these things we have to work on ourselves, friends, um, and I will tell you a story. Mm, it is very favorite story of mine, and the story is like, it's called temple renovation. Once in ancient China, there was a king, and he has a very old temple, outside his palace. Very old temple, very antique temple. Now the king wants somebody to come and renovate it. He will ask his ministers, go and find somebody who can work on this temple. So the ministers go, and they will find two groups. The first group is a group of monks. They are sages, the monks. And the second group is the artisans who are very perfect in art. So these both groups come in front of the king, and the king says, "Oh my God, these two they are saying they can do great, and these the artisans are they saying that they can do great. Whom should I give to?" Then the king gets an idea that there are other two temples. So first, we will give an opportunity for them to work on the temples. They have assigned each temple. The monks have assigned one temple with one temple. The artisans also are assigned with one temple. So the king says to the ministers, whatever the monks or whatever the artisans ask for the material, you just provide them everything. So they go and they starts to work. And the day had arrived that the project is finished and the king has to go to inspection. The king has to finalize because after seeing those two temples, the king has to finalize whose temple should be whose temple is beautiful, so that those people will be working on the main temple, the old temple, which is antique temple. So now the king goes to the artisan's temple. When the king goes to the artisan's temple, he was amazed to see how beautiful the temple is. Like everything is clear, every colors and everything is renewed and everything is painted new, and all the furniture in the temple is new. So like that it's so beautiful, it's so colorful, and the king says, wow, this is amazing. Like artisans, they have proved their talent. They are great at every meticulous thing. So then the king and the ministers, they think, if artisans can do like this, maybe the monks, they're just monks, they're very simple, these people are expert in that, right? So the king and the ministers thought like that. But still, because since it's what do you say, like it's not a competition, it's like a check. So the king and the ministers go to see the monk's temple. The moment they entered into the monk's temple, they see that everything is clean. Like what they did is like the monks, they did not do anything extra. They did not paint anything extra. Whatever they did is like they have cleaned everything. They have they very carefully, very meticulously, they have just cleaned each and every part of the temple. They have kept the old furniture. They have cleaned it. They have polished it. They did not add on to anything. So when the king entered with the ministers into the temple, the windows were open so that the sunlight is passing through, and the cool breeze that is coming into the temple is like it's giving goosebumps to the kings and the ministers. And then the king and the ministers decide, this is the perfect temple, this is what we are looking for. And surely the king had made a choice because it's the monk's temple that he had chosen. Now, friends, when we go into the deeper meaning of it, we will understand that so the temple is nothing but ourselves, right? We are the temple. So what the artisans have done is, instead of cleaning everything, they have added on to everything. Instead of cleaning like the monks did, they added more paint to it. Instead of cleaning the furniture, they got everything new. Instead of using the same things, they have brought everything new. So, but the monks have whatever is there, they brought the beauty back. The same way, we also are beautiful. We are layered up with so many things. We are covered with so many things. Now, what we have to do is we have to be very patient like monks. Slowly, slowly, whatever is not useful for us, they clear all the dust. Clear all the dust. Where there is polishing required, you polish those things so that it can shine. Let the light come through you. Let it pass inside you. Instead, what we do is, friends, I see many of my friends, what they do, they hide everything. They don't express themselves. They don't say that this is what going through in them, in their lives. Instead, they keep calm and they start to make up, they to have a fancy bags. I'm not saying it is, like having all these things is not right. I'm only saying that never cover up. If there is something that is not right, speak up. Don't create a facade. Don't create something that all is perfect kind of a thing. We have to express. We have to not add on to it. The more we add on, we are keeping it, we are suppressing it. It is going somewhere into the corner. So we are not seeing it. We are not coming face to face with it. So whatever the problems are, whatever the situations are, come face to face with them. When you come face to face with them, you know that this is it. Then you can clean it. And then there are no complaints, there is no problem, everything is beautiful because you made clear within yourself, now your temple is beautiful. So when your temple is beautiful, like the king and the ministers, they are outsiders, they came to see your temple and they have seen how beautiful you are. The same thing, because you have taken care of yourself with so much detail, then everybody will appreciate you. I'm telling you my example. When I started taking care of myself, when I started loving myself, before that, before practicing meditation or before entering into the spirituality, like I have tags in my home. My relatives, my friends, they used to tag me as Edupukunti. That means in my language, that means she always cries for no reason. She just for simple reasons she just cries. Like so they have kept my name like that. But now, friends, I'm telling you, when I started caring for myself, nobody will say anything to me. They really appreciate, and I don't wait for them to appreciate me because I appreciate myself. I take care of myself. I say good things to myself. I say this is where you can work. I say to myself, this is where you are good at. Do more, do more and more. So in that way, I'm just filling my cup. I'm not waiting others to fill my cup. No, it will never happen. Nobody will come and fill your cup. So, what you have to do is, friends, clean up all those things, remove all those dust which is accumulated from years and lives to lives. If you don't do it now, we have to again take another birth to listen to the same things and to work on ourselves again. Why not? Why not utilizing this life? If something we can change, because it is in our hands, it is not in somebody else's hands, it is in our hands. If we want to be happy, it is in our hands. It's our choice. We make a very conscious choice that I have to work on myself. I decided to be happy, come what may. There are disturbances, there are situations in my life, but that doesn't break me. I will not get hurt and I will not get carried away by them. There is pain, but I will see to it what it is teaching me, rather than instead, like when we were not aware, when we were children, we were said so many things. Maybe they were not knowing, all these people who would said different things, they don't know, they think that is the way. But now when we know, when we have the opportunity to listen to many masters, to read to many books, into many books, now we have a choice to make. There is no pressure from somebody else. Only you pressure yourself. Don't do that. Keep yourself, take care of yourself. Take care of that inner child of yours. That child is asking you to help. That child is hurt. Don't ignore that. Be patient. And things doesn't change overnight. You have to constantly work on yourself. When you have a good relationship with yourself, friends, then you can have amazing relationship with anybody in the entire universe. Anybody. Because we came alone, we go alone. There are relationships, but we are learning from each other, but we have to teach our own selves how to take care of ourselves. If we are not doing that, then all the relationships we are not putting 100% to it. We are not giving our best to other relationships, because we are not giving best to our own relationships. Make friendship with yourself. That's the only thing that you can do. If you make friendship with yourself, you can be friends with anybody. If you don't make friendship with yourself, don't expect that others to be friends with you. So this is my story, and I would like to also share a poem like which I recently came across. Yesterday, a friend of mine had posted this, and it's very apt for this topic, uh, for the relationship with the self, and I thought of sharing it. So it goes like, once I ran from fear, so fear controlled me until I learned to hold fear like a newborn, listen to it, but not give in, honor it, but not worship it. Fear could not stop me anymore. I walked with courage into the storm. I still have fear, but it does not have me. Once I was ashamed of who I was. I invited shame into my heart. I let it burn. It told me, I'm only trying to protect your vulnerability. I thanked shame dearly and stepped into life anyway, unashamed, with shame as a lover. Once I had great sadness buried deep inside. I invited it to come out and play. I wept oceans. My tear ducts ran dry. I found joy right there, right at the core of my sorrow. It was heartbreak that taught me how to love. Once I had anxiety, a mind that wouldn't stop, thoughts that wouldn't be silent. So I stopped trying to silence them, and I dropped out of the mind and into the earth, into the mud, where I was held strong, like a tree, unshakable, safe. Once anger burned in the depths. I called anger into the light of myself. I felt its shocking power. I felt my heart pound and my blood boil. Listened to it, finally, and it screamed, respect yourself fiercely now. Speak your truth with passion. Say no when you mean no. Walk your path with courage. Let no one speak for you. Anger became an honest friend, a truthful guide, a beautiful wild child. Once loneliness cut deep. I tried to distract and numb myself, ran to people and places and things, even pretended I was happy. But soon I could not run anymore, and I tumbled into the heart of loneliness. And I died and was reborn into an exquisite solitude and stillness that connected me to all things. So I was not lonely, but alone with all life, my heart one with all other hearts. Once I ran from difficult feelings. Now they are my advisors, confidants, friends, and they all have a home in me, and they all belong and have dignity. I'm sensitive, soft, fragile, my arms wrapped around all my inner children, and in my sensitivity, power, in my fragility, an unshakable presence. In the depths of my wounds, in what I had named darkness, I found a blazing light that guides me now in battle. I became a warrior when I turned towards myself and started listening. Isn't that beautiful, friends? Isn't that how you can shift the way you see things? It is very, very important because there is something that it is teaching. Like the great poet Rumi says, like where there is a wound, there is a lot of scope for healing. So if somewhere something is hurt in your life, somewhere that is like that you felt painful in your life in any situation, that is where the healing is happening. So don't resist it, just accept it and then let go of it. Don't stuck, don't keep that pain, because pain is temporary. It's inevitable, like if somebody says something to me, there is for some time I feel painful. Oh, why did they say that to me? But if I take that into the future, if I start to think so much, if I make that as my reality, what others are saying about me, then I end up in suffering. My whole life is ruined. So let us not do that. Let us listen to this poem once again. Let us all remind, in every situation in our life, there is a deeper meaning to it, and we can shift it. We can shift the way we look at things. Then there is a beauty. So, this is what I wanted to share, friends, and always, always remember that only have a good relationship with yourself. That's the only thing I can say. Please take care of yourself, love yourself, fill yourself with so much contentment, so much joy. Whatever you wish, do it. Who is stopping you? Who did stopped me in painting? Now I create wonders. Who stopped me? I only stopped myself initially. I said I'm not worthy enough. But when I said, I will try, whatever is coming to me, let me do it. And when I accepted it, then I started seeing beauty. Then I started. I don't, I don't wait for anybody to say me that I'm this, I'm great, or I'm doing great artwork. I just do because I like to do. So, whatever you wish, friends, whatever your talents are, don't stop yourself. Harness that good things in you. If you're a very compassionate being, understand how beautiful you are. If you're great at cooking, just cook. Cook for hundreds of people. Feed them. In that way, you understand that you are good. So these are simple things. I'm not saying that you have to hide the other parts that you have heard. So all these while we have highlighted only the not good things in our life. Now is the time that we highlight the good things in our life. At the same time, we work on the things where where there needs to be light. So we are all not perfect, friends. We are progressing towards that perfection. So if you say that I'm perfect, then there is no growth. There is always learning, there is always improvement, there is always self work. There are commas, there are only commas, there is no full stop, there is no the end. There's always commas. So like you have to see that, you have to know yourself, you have to work on yourself. Where is it that I have to work, which area I have to work on? If you have anger, so just sit with yourself and see where this anger is coming from, whether is it coming from your father or where it is coming from your surroundings, where you're brought up. All these things, go to that root cause, face that root cause and take it out. In that way, the anger and all these things are very much required, but at the right time and right expression, not too much, like and it has to be momentary, like not like not you, your anger should not carry too much. You should not carry too much of anger. That means when there is some situation where you need to be angry, because to make others understand, you have to be angry only for that moment, and after that moment is gone, finish, you're no more carrying that anger. So these things we have to work on ourselves, friends, and read as many books as possible. There are many masters who have shared a lot of things. Why Patri sir and all the masters recommend to read books is because when we read books, we will understand what the author had gone through. We will understand that book is like speaks about that author. Like Anita Murjani, Dying to Be Me. Like when we read those kind of books, oh, what that author had gone through. Oh, she had gone through so many things. Louise Allais, she had gone through so many things, but still she is able to heal herself physically, emotionally. And these people set an examples. And Sajjana Sangatya, like what we are doing here, like we are all sharing our experiences. We are all here for each other. But we have to work on ourselves. And meditation is the most important thing, where you will know a lot of things about yourself, all the things that are hidden within yourself, all the treasures. There's a treasure within yourself in the ocean. It's a you are a deep ocean. In that ocean there is somewhere the treasure is hidden. Now you have to go and find the treasure. You have to go and find it where it is, and then open that treasure box and you say, wow, these are the good things. All these while I have not seen this, I have not experienced these things. You take each and every jewel from that treasure and say, wow, this is so beautiful. So in the same manner, we all have the jewels inside us. We all have the treasures inside us. We have to bring it out to appreciate it. Appreciate yourself, come what may. Appreciate yourself. Be there for yourself, right? So this is what I wanted to share, friends. And uh, shall we do a very quick meditation of 10 minutes? So wherever you are, because I found the key, meditation is my key, because I that is the key to self-love, to have a good relationship with myself. So now let us open that key once again and go within ourselves for just for 10 minutes, wherever you're sitting. So just cross your hands, fingers into fingers like this. Cross your legs and just close your eyes. Just for this 10 minutes, forget about everything. Forget about the outside world of you, who you think you are. Am I a male or a female? I'm in India or I'm in Germany. Drop all these things. The only thing that you have to be aware of is your breath, your best companion who understands you, who is always there for you. So just the natural breath, friends. Find all the answers that you are seeking from within. There's always a guidance which is inside you. Trust in yourself. Believe in yourself. Understand that you are the creator of your own reality. Let us not get carried away by what is happening in our mind. Just witness, only witness. Do not react. The more you react to your thoughts, the more they multiply. So let us not react to anything, whatever is happening inside us. May it be our thoughts, may it be our feelings. Just witness them. Each time you have a thought, Say to the thought, this is not the time for you. I'll get back to you later. Make peace with the thought. Don't struggle with it. When you're struggling with your thoughts, when you're struggling with your feelings, you're struggling with yourself. Remember that, friends. Say to yourself, that calm state, the empty mind. I approve of myself. I take care of myself. I am responsible for my own life. And from this moment, I will make it possible to take care of myself. Each day, each minute is an opportunity for me to understand myself. If I love my work, if I am doing my job, I give my 100% to it. I don't do because to get approval from others. I do it because I love doing it. Just a normal breath, friends. Natural breath. Be here, completely here. Be completely present. Do not give power to your past. Just be in the now. That's 2 minutes, friends. Every day I will work on myself. Say this to yourself. Every day I will give some time to myself. I will sit with myself. I will close my eyes and I will see What is happening in our mind? I will remove my mental baggage, which I've been carrying from so long. I'm a free being. Nobody can control me. I have the power within myself to shape my life into a beautiful way. And I'll be in gratitude. I thank every person who challenged me. I thank every situation which made me low so that I can rise high. I will drop all the judgments about myself. I will drop all the complaints in the world. I'm an unlimited being. I can do whatever I wish to. If can create my own reality, then I create a beautiful reality to myself. I will only create miraculous thoughts. I'll only speak miraculous words. I'll only do miraculous things. I'm a miracle. I did not come to this earth plane just like that. I came here to enjoy. I came here to celebrate. Nothing can stop me in doing so. I thank the entire universe. I thank my masters, my parents, my friends, my family, everybody for creating a difference in my life. Now, friends, have a sense of gratitude to your own self, your own breath. Thank yourself. Give a strong affirmation to your own self, to that inner child of yours, that you will never neglect that child. Indeed, the children, there are so many inside us. We will never neglect. We will take care of them. We thank our breath for reminding us to celebrate our life. Whenever you're ready, friends, you may place your both hands over your eyes. Slowly open your eyes and take off your hands. So, welcome back. Welcome back, friends. So, I hope that
Beautiful.
was a beneficial session.
Yeah, it's very beautiful and amazing experiences and beautiful stories, and also that poem, really heart-touching poem, and wonderful experiences, Madhu. Uh, my dear friends, does anyone wants to share any of your experiences in the meditation, or any comments or any questions? You can raise your hand, or you can just type it in the chat window.
Yeah. And I'm asked to share the poem here, Prana. So I'm just doing it in the chat box.
Okay.
I'm putting that in the chat box. Yes, friends, it's good to hear from you all. Please go ahead and
A lot of people in YouTube and in Zoom comments are saying it's wonderful session.
yeah,
I'm so happy. It's so beautiful sharing your experiences. And thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your experiences. Brilliant session, ma'am, and wonderful session. Lot of things cleared through your session. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences. The story which I will remember always.
uh,
Thank you so much. And just one comment from YouTube as well. Madhu, you told us you are a painter. Me too. I love painting, especially mandalas, because it gives me so much happiness. And,
wow. Yes. Thank
so
you so
wonderful.
much.
Madhu. So
Thank you. Thank you, Prana.
thank you. And thank you so much for being with us today. And from the Divine Feminine Sangha team, the whole of the team, we really thank you for being with us today and sharing your great experiences and wisdom with us. Thank you, Madhu. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you so much, Prana. Thank you for having me here. And wonderful work you're doing and very much inspiring. Thank you so much for being great inspiration.
Thank you, Madhu. Thank you. So, thank you all, my dear friends. So, tomorrow we have another great speaker. And tomorrow she'll be sharing a new topic. So, stay tuned with us and join us at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Thank you all so much and love you all. Bye.